Ladies and gentlemen, today's the reveal. This is a chicken tractor my daughter Bethany and I made. Bethany did most of the framework, and then I finished the top, and in particular this door that opens up on the top. And I couldn't figure out how to complete it, so I just did it the best that I could. It's got 4 rows of chicken wire coming from the back to the front. This is kind of Al Lemna from Lemna Acres design, but he was saying to like use wire and stitch 3 lengths of it together to fit the section, and it's under the tarp there. And instead of doing that twice, once for the back section and once for the front section, I thought, well, I'll just run the 4 lengths this way over the back to the front. And I see why he did it the other way, because now I have a hard time opening my lid because of the wire being where the join is. But I also have 3 pieces of the dog ear fence post that is on the middle section. And then he uses old plastic for the hinge, so I have 4 of those from a Bain bottle, as you can see. And I used some wire to kind of thread these together so they don't open. And then I put this on here so I have something easier to open this with. But I haven't figured out what to do with the rest of this wire that's hanging off. Right now I'm just actually leaving it there. I did push it under this lip here. I only have one hand, so I can't do it again. But I had pushed it under the lip inside here, but then it wouldn't close, so I had to pull it back out. Anyway, here's the 70 chicks that have been in the basement, in the brooder down there. And so they're loving all this freedom. And yeah, I know you're really only supposed to have maybe 30 in here, but this is a situation that we have. More chicks were bought than were actually planned for, but they're all thriving and doing well. And we have a big variety of different breeds. Some Mare Araucana, some silver and gold lace Wyandotte. I think there's 1 or 2 of the Rhode Island Red, and a couple of Turkins. There's a white, a red, and a black Turkin, which is this turkey looking kind that has a bare neck, like this guy right here. This is the white one. And I believe that red one there, yeah, that's the or the red colored one. And then here's the black one right here. There might actually be a couple more. I know I have one full black Turkin in here, and this one wasn't full black. So anyway, they're really looking good. This is a milk jug, or water jug actually, that's got some kefir water. It has water, kefir water, and ACV in it, which I'm going to refill their water bottle later today. I just refilled that one, and so it's still got half full. And the ladies are enjoying. So this was made using 14 of the dog ear fence posts. They're like 72 inches. So it's about 6 foot square in there, the space they have. 1 roll of 3 foot by 50 foot of the chicken wire, a box of 1 5/8 screws, and an automatic electric staple gun. And I actually am going to buy some wire. It's that real, I think it's like an inch long wire that you use when you're hanging pipes, like in your basement ceiling, and you want those pipes from the bathroom or electric lines or whatever you want them hanging. You get that wire strip. I'm going to put that or get some furring strips and put them over here and screw them in for stability and also to keep the ends of the chicken wire so they're not easily pulled off, because a raccoon or a possum or even a human can come up here and pull on that. And the staple that I have, even though it's electric, didn't actually go in all the way. You can see this one here is sticking out. It didn't go all the way in. Now some of them went in, but I did have to go around with a hammer and hammer a lot. That's a 6x8 tarp that I stapled over, and it doesn't, like on Al's, from Lumna Acres, his tarp actually goes all the way down. So he has a much larger tarp, probably like a 12x12 or a 8x20 or something big like that. And so the back half and all of the back is covered with the tarp. And we had rain last night, and they were nice and dry. They all huddled in the corner over there, and we're very content. And so these are the chicks at Jesus Redeemed Homestead. And see how happy they are? They're excited to get some food. And I had to wash their dishes out so they are drying so I can put some feed in. It's not crumbles anymore now. It's some of this feed mix. And over here are my 16 hens. I have 6 Rhode Island Reds and 10 of the meat birds. And they're all quite happy and doing well. My Rhode Island Reds, each of my 6 ladies gave me an egg yesterday. There's only 5 here right now, which means number 6 is probably trying to lay an egg under this section here of this tractor implement. I have 10, so there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10 is back behind the chair over there, coming around. And that is a waterer there. I need to pull that out and wash it out and refill it. Put some ACV water in there, and also some kefir, because I have some kefir water I need to use. And as you can see, the chickens totally digging up. I mean, that patch of dirt was not there. There was no patches of dirt. Now I've got patches of dirt, and the tree is got all the grass pulled away right where that chicken is. They like to get dirt from there, so I need to fill that in. This is my daughter's dog. His name is Bain. Bain. No, Bain, come on out. See, there she is. Number 6. I'm not sure what this one's name is. This very red one right here. Let's see if I can find this red one here, the really dark red girl. Her name's Annette. And then there's another red one, and I believe it's the one under here, and her name is Lucille. And then I have some other names for the other 4 ladies. This one here is my lightest one. She's got a orangish red neck and a very creamy body. And then this is one of my lighter girls here. And this one too. And then there's this gal. So I gotta come up with names for them. As for the white ones, they all look the same. They're not distinctive enough to give them names. I think that one there is the smallest of the little white Cornish. Here is a rose that I planted for my friend Arnie. And then I also have 2 tomato plants. They're still in the planter there. But the bucket, I put some broken brick down at the bottom and put some dirt and planted the rose. It's really taken off. It's really taken off really well because I had to put a dead chicken down at the bottom. And that sounds gross to a lot of people, but I found out a couple of years ago when we had a little baby kitten somebody found that was dead. And I just put it under a plant and the plant just took off. And so it's like the best fertilizer for a plant that one could ever use. So if you homestead and you have a critter that dies and it didn't die for poison or anything, it's good to put it under a plant if you want the plant to grow. Now here's a couple of ladies. They don't compete for this nesting box. They actually well, 3 of them will sit in there at one time and try to lay their eggs. And then there'll be one out on this side, one on this side, and one here, and they'll all be talking to each other. Like doing that. The ones on the outside will be doing that too. They'll be all encouraging each other to lay their eggs. It's quite funny. Over here is the front of my cabin, which I don't spend too much time over here. And I don't have steps or a porch, so I use the bricks and then these little ramp things. And here is my dolly, which I need to put back in the house. And a couple of bags of the chicken, the pine from chickens being in the brooder. I need to move them away from my cabin. And they're actually going to go out in this area out here. This is supposed to be a garden. I don't go out there because there's ticks. I hate ticks. They're on the dogs and the cats. And I found them on me. And my grandkids and my daughter have had them. Just tripped over the puppy. He's always under my feet. You okay, Bain? Some plants that were dying. I'm trying to revive them. This 3 or 4 pot one and this one aren't going to make it, but these 4 on the outside might. A couple of more rose bushes. This was the first bloom of this one. And these are some I got at Ollie, and really don't like them because I didn't realize when I was getting them, they're coated in wax. I don't know why they did that. This one will be a beautiful peach one if it makes it. And then the rest of these plants in the boxes are both the same as the ones in these little planters. And this is a mulberry bush right by my water spigot, because I don't have water or pipes or anything to my cabin yet, not even electric, unless you consider my power cord electric. And I'm going to take you inside so you guys can see the pups. There are some pups in here, and I don't know how much time's left on my camera for filming, but we'll get a little bit. And no, my cabin is way not done yet. This is my Laila. Go potty. Go on, go potty. Go. Go. She takes convincing to leave her babies. She's very devoted mommy. These are her babies. She's 8 of them. So I'm going to see if I can hold my camera with one hand. And here's Mr. Brown. No, this one's not Mr. Brown. It's a different one. They're starting to open up their eyes. Aren't they just adorable? The chunky little babies. Yeah. And the mommy's like, what are you doing with my baby? Huh? Anyway, she has 8 just like this. They all look the same. There are 2 girls and 6 boys. Look! Little, this is one of the little girls, and I named her Bindi. After Bindi Irwin, Steve Irwin's daughter. And Mr. Brown, which is the biggest pup. Can't tell who it is right now, it's too dark in here. Mr. Brown was named after one of the homestead guys. His youngest son, they call him Mr. Brown, so I just named him after him because he's all brown. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching Jesus Redeemed Homestead. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you.